What's up, guys? Here, gonna do my answers for my Q&A. Excuse me. I didn't get a ton of questions, which is fine with me. It doesn't really matter. But the people that did ask questions, I didn't want to leave you hanging, so I figured I'd answer them now since I haven't gotten any in about a week. So I'm just gonna get right on into it. South End Zen and Tai Chi says, any recommendations for albums based on I Stand Alone in the Woods to Die type of theme? Agalloch, Pale Folklore album has never left my MP3 player, or an epic album that every song is just one part of a whole story like Queensrÿche, Operation Mindcrime. So based on your enjoyment of Agalloch, I would definitely recommend a lot of the Cascadian style bands, and specifically I would go towards the Quebec scene, maybe. Go to bands like Sorcerer de Glace with the album Snowland. That's a great one. It's maybe not as tranquil as Agalloch, but it's definitely melodically one of the coolest records I've ever heard in black metal. I'd also listen to Panopticon, the later material like Autumn Eternal, Roads to the North. The new albums are really good. Maybe Woods of Ypres. Since you like Agalloch, they seem to have some striking similarities. Maybe Woods 3 I would go with. Bands like Seor would be really good. Falls of Raros, Aldo, Wolves in the Throne Room. There's a whole lot of bands that you could really check out. Just kind of follow that pathway, the Cascadian black metal bands. And concept albums. Listen to any King Diamond album. My preferred one is them. Then maybe The Eye, Conspiracy, The Graveyard, stuff like that. Listen to them. Abigail, I didn't even say that for some reason, which is ridiculous, but seriously, check out any of those Cascadian black metal bands and listen to King Diamond. Also, I would check out Candlemass's Messiah era, maybe if you like concept albums, because I think it's a good one, as well as some Opeth albums are concepts. Next one, thank you very much, South End Zen and Tai Chi. Next one is Julian Gonzalez. Congrats, man, for the Q&A. What's your favorite brutal death metal band, as well as your favorite album from that band? Brutal death metal is not something I'm super crazy about, but the first one that comes to my mind is the band Serial Butcher. They're from somewhere in the States, I don't remember, but the album I'm really partial to is A Crash Course in Brain Surgery. It's not like a slam, it's more of just like a good brutal death metal album. So that one, if you haven't listened to it, check it out. I feel like you'd be pretty partial to it. Next one is Leona Luna. What do you think of Behemoth's new album? I fucking love it. It's so good. The clean vocal shit on the new stuff. I forgot the name of the song. It's like Bleez Leas, or it's not Beelzebub, but it sounds kind of like Beelzebub. It's something weird, but it's a really good album. Behemoth, in my opinion, has never put out a shitty album, which is hard to do with a band that's been around since the early 90s. At least it seems to be, because a lot of Norwegian bands have a couple of shitters in their discography, but Behemoth does not yet, and I hope they continue that. So it's really good. Thank you guys for your questions so far. Next, Lyricist17. Congrats on 500. Thanks you again, bud. Which house do you think you would be sorted into at Hogwarts? If you are unfamiliar with Harry Potter and the Sorting Hat, you may choose to research this topic, or do so. There we go. So to answer that one, I think I'd be in House Slytherin, just because they're kind of malevolent in a sense, and I feel like if I was given all of that magical power shit, I'd be one of those crazy ass like evil wizards, because I'd be pretty badass. And I just need to grow my beard longer. I think I could fit in, but I'd be young, so I don't know. Next, do you think David Blaine is a magician doing sleight of hand / yeah, or do you think, like me, that he is doing actual magic? See, I watched this video about how all the Vegas magicians did their magic tricks, and it ruined any kind of magician stuff for me. So don't watch that, because keep that magic with you, because it makes it a whole lot more fun. Next is, assuming you dressed up on Halloween, when you were younger? What were some of your more favorite costumes? Thanks. Thank you again, Travis. I dressed up as Captain Rex, the Star Wars clone captain, multiple times. I also dressed up as Commander Cody, which is another Star Wars clone. I was dressed up as a ninja for like 2 or 3 years in a row when I was in like grade school, maybe second grade. When I was even younger than that, I was Michelangelo, one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I pretty much kept the Captain Rex costume for like 90% of my youth, because I've been partial to Star Wars for many, many years. And yeah, I was also that flaming dude from the Fantastic Four in second grade. I don't know his name, but I spray painted my hair orange. It was quite the mess, but it was entertaining. So thank you, Travis. Next, Dan Powers. Congrats on 500 subs. That's wicked. Cheers. Thank you. Avertia. I don't know how to say your name, dude, but they're a great band. Go check them up. Avertia. Great black metal. And last one is Skull Ripper. What's your favorite Morbid Angel album / song? That's really hard, because I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to death metal, but the Steve Tucker albums rip. And so I'm gonna like split it in two. So I'm gonna say for the Dave Vincent era, I'm gonna say Blessed Are the Sick, and I'm gonna go with Day of Suffering as my favorite song. But it's hard. It's kind of a toss-up between the original 4 albums to whichever one I'm feeling that day. Altars of Madness is like primitive domination, slightly got that progressive tinge, which isn't not the proper word for it, but it's different. It's progressive for them. It progressed their career. But yeah, Blessed Are the Sick and Day of Suffering. And then the Steve Tucker era, I'm going with Gateway to Annihilation, 100%. That album is so damn good. It's not even funny. And the song He Who Sleeps, that is super heavy. I fell in love with that song and that album when I saw Morbid Angel. I think it was last year or maybe earlier this year. I don't really remember. But it was a great experience. Morbid Angel's great live, even with Steve Tucker. And yeah, that'd be it for this video, guys. I don't think that I have any more questions. Yeah, I don't, but that's alright, because I had some people participate, and that's cool with me. I'm glad some people got their questions answered, and I'm glad I got to yammer on camera about myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep it greasy. I'll see you guys in the next video.